Hey, look, for the Mets and the Yankees, win series. That's the thing. And do not get swept like the Mets did in Chicago. And two unbelievable pitching performances. Actually, if you throw Garrett Cole in there, you probably say three really top-notch pitching performances. One, obviously, by Jake deGrom on Friday night, which was just absolutely spectacular. And they were talking about it that night, and we have, and everybody has been talking about this for the last couple of years. You know, for me, this is like this generation's Tom Seaver. You know, it's better than Dwight Gooden. It's right there in line with Tom Seaver, and eventually he's not going to have, obviously, the amount of starts and the amount of wins that Tom Terrific had, but this guy is amazing. He just goes about his business. You barely hear him say anything. You know, the only time he talks is like right after, you know, he's done pitching, and then that's it. You never hear him say anything. You never see him anywhere. You never hear him. And all he does is he goes out. He's not on Twitter anywhere. He's not, you know, he's not like putting himself in front of the team. All he does is pitch. And not only does he pitch, now all of a sudden you're starting to see tickets when he is going to pitch starting to sell for 4, 5, 6, 7 times the amount that they're going for. So his next start is going to be against the Red Sox. Guess what? Secondary ticket market is off the rails because people want to see greatness. They really want to see greatness. And, you know, it's just for us as Met fans, he's this like I said, he's this generation's Tom Seaver. At the end of all of it, you know, you'll stack up, you know, all of his numbers and everything else. And it's not really about wins for him or for pitchers during this era as it was for Tom, and how, you know, his guys would go a lot longer into games. And, you know, they started earlier in their career, and it's unfortunately for Jacob deGrom, he started late in his career. But, I mean, just the ability to throw the pitch he wants, where he wants, and how he does it, and to be able to go, you know, as far into games as he normally goes, it's a sight to behold. It really is. And the tickets and the excitement around him are starting to show that finally. And I know they have over the past few years, but not like they are now. There's a very small number of tickets available. He only pitches every 5th day. And now all of a sudden he is, to me, you know, and I think to a lot of people in baseball, consistently now over the last 4 years, the best pitcher in baseball.
Oh, it's not even close at this point. There used to be a discussion. The way he has started this season, to me, it's the best he's ever been. His velocity is up. He's just as dominant a guy as I've seen ever play for one of my teams in my lifetime.
I was lucky enough to see Tom Seaver. Well, I was lucky. I know.
Different for me.
Right. And I was also lucky enough to see Dwight Gooden, who was awesome when he first came up. And, you know,
see, unfortunately, I was 3 in 1985.
Yeah, I know. And unfortunately, that team hit a fork in the road, and half the team went the wrong way.
Sure.
And he'll never really truly be appreciated for the greatness that I think that eventually he could have really had over the totality of a career, because it was interrupted by cocaine use and all the issues and problems that he had. Nobody wants to question, you know, his God-given ability, which he had. But like this guy, I'm telling you, you can't ask for a better representative for your team. Every 5 days, goes about his business, does everything he's supposed to do. He's vastly underpaid. You know, that's a part of it that will have to be rectified, hopefully, by Steve Cohen, assuming that Jacob stays healthy and, you know, he gets paid for what he has given this team for the last 4 years. And it's been really nothing but consistency. There's a bad game here or there. Everybody has one of those. But, you know, I don't know. You know, and then you watch Garrett Cole, and, you know, what you see in Garrett Cole is maybe you don't see the same type of control that Jacob deGrom has. But what Garrett Cole has, he has an animal inside of him. I don't know how else to explain it. Because when things go hairy on him, he gets on the mound, and you could just by looking at him, you know, it's like when we're playing softball against Manfred's team. Couple hits, I turn around, I look at you guys realize what the F is going on out here.
Sure, yeah.
We're going to clean this crap up if I have to do it myself.
There's an animal inside you as well.
Right, but not as much as Garrett Cole has an animal inside of him. He is, he digs down and he goes after it when things get a little bit hairy. And you got to appreciate that. You got to appreciate how he carries himself on the mound. And then who knows? Maybe the Mets found a little bit of luck here with Taijuan Walker. Now, this is 2 out of the 4 performance that he has had have been good. Once against Miami, and then this one against
he was great
Washington.
yesterday. Yeah, absolutely great.
So 2 out of the 4 performances thus far have been good for him, and that could be a lucky break for the Mets if he comes on and he continues to do what he's doing. So if you're going to have a bad start, Stroman didn't have a great start on Saturday, but it's not a big deal. He's still 3-1. He's still going to be in the mix, and he's going to give you a quality outing. So I'm not worried about that at all. But I'm glad they took 2 out of 3, and 2 out of the 3 that they took were shutouts, and they were dominating pitching performances. And hey, I see Edwin Diaz. He did it again.
Yeah,
he pitched great yesterday.
It was the perfect win. Yesterday was the perfect win for them. Starting pitching, bullpen, defense, timely hitting. It was everything that you wanted the Mets to be, and you just hope that consistency happens. And the staff's going to get even better with 2 guys coming back from injury. You hope at a high level as well with Carrasco and Syndergaard.
I just hope. A message to Pete Alonso. You're receiving the ground balls. That's good. I don't want to have a pulled hamstring or a pulled oblique muscle for one of our pitchers when they come over to first base to cover the base to get the last out of the game.
I understand. All right,
we can make that play a little bit easier for deGrom and for Diaz.
I understand. Yes. But
that kind of bothered me.
It did. It's obviously. I mean, you sat here and you brought it up right away, but I would say that his defense has gotten a hell of a lot better.
It has.
And so far, so good at the plate with him, too.
All right, they're in first place. They're like muddled around with everybody else in the NL East. I mean, they haven't really gotten going, although the pitching has been really good for the most part. The starting pitching has been. But look, I was listening to a little bit of the baseball talk on the Fan yesterday.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, and
who were you listening to?
Well, I forget who it was.
You forget who it was?
But there were people calling in talking about stuff. The shift, how they hate it. I don't give a crap about the shift. I just win ball games. That's all I care about. Pitch and win with pitching and play good, solid defense. And then your home run hitters eventually will start hitting home runs. I mean, both fan bases are like frustrated by their teams. We're not even 28. What are we? 20 games into the season or whatever?
Well, did you expect anything less?
I'm like, everybody's just got to relax.
Sure.
I mean, we're just starting May.
Well,
and we're going to be fine. I'm telling you, both these teams are going to be fine. And they'll make a trade or two here. And then I heard some guy go, Cashman sucks. Cashman this. I'm like, Cashman had a problem at first base. And how did he solve the problem at first base 5 games into the goddamn season?
He
traded for Rogie Odor.
What are you doing?
Right? Did he not? Did he not?
He did. You get all fired up listening to sports talk callers over the weekend.
I can't help it.
And you're bringing it in here.
Evan was screaming about something. Richard Neer was screaming about something.
Was it
people talking about the shift and this and that and put 2 guys on? You know what? Shut up! Just let them play baseball. And, if they pitched the way they pitched, we'll be fine.
Wow. Man.
I almost called in. I tell you, I almost
Brian Cashman sucks.
No, he doesn't. But I almost called in. I should have called in. I should have called in and
Why are you doing
screaming.
That to yourself? You do it 5 days a week here.
I'm a sports fan. That's
I
why.
understand, but still, it's 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. You deal with the same callers.
And my hockey team can beat the crappy teams. I'm telling you, man. We can score a lot of goals against some crappy teams.
But what does that matter, really, in the long run? So how about the Knicks?
Everybody gets great numbers, and everybody's so happy, and everybody's going to break records, and everybody's going to win awards, but nobody's going to the goddamn playoffs. The Knicks are, though.
Well, they are, and let's hope it's a 4 seed or a 5 seed, at the very worst, a 6 seed. You don't want to see them in a play-in game. 9 in a row as they dominate the Raptors on Saturday. They get the Phoenix Suns now tonight after the Nets ended up beating the Suns yesterday afternoon, and they just continue to roll. And all the things that we were saying, and people were laughing at us at the beginning of the year.
Do you know
Julius Randle MVP, Tom Thibodeau Coach of the Year, all those things.
Who was laughing at us? What people?
Oh, the Nets fans were laughing at us.
You mean the Net fan?
They were laughing at us.
Come on, please.
There were some Knicks fans that were laughing at us. All those things are happening.
Knicks fans were not laughing at us.
Some of them were.
They were with us. They were with us 100%.
Yeah.
And 9 in a row is awesome. And now tonight, take care of business tonight, and then you got Chicago in 2 days. And then you go on that road trip. You got to bank these wins at home. They're playing great at home, and you got to bank these wins at home. I don't care what anybody says. Despite the nasty uniforms that they wear, you just have to take care of business at home, and then you're going to go on that West Coast road trip, and then you're going to end the season with 3 at home, with the last one against Boston. And, Boston's fallen off a little bit, but Atlanta's hanging.
Yeah.
Atlanta has won 2 in a row now. So.
Well, they always win without Trae Young. So Trae Young's been out. I think they're 5-0 this year without Trae Young. So he went down with that ankle injury against the Knicks. I'm thinking, okay, you don't want to see a guy like that get hurt, but maybe that ends up helping the Knicks in the standings. If he misses a couple of games, it's done the opposite of that because all they do is win without him. And I did want to see the Suns win yesterday against the Nets, not because I was rooting against the Nets, but rather I wanted a letdown spot from the Suns.
Still could be a letdown
tonight.
spot. They're in New York. They're hanging out. It could be a total
Are they,
letdown
though?
spot.
I don't think they do. That doesn't happen anymore.
Oh, it's happening. Come on, man.
It's happening?
Oh, come on.
You're telling me everybody's still going out like they used to go out?
People are going out all over the place.
The NBA teams, though, are going out?
Between all these fugazi lockdowns and all this other crap, people are out doing everything.
I'm not trying to get
people
into that.
All over the place.
I'm not trying to get – I know, and that's great. And
get your vaccine, by the way.
Sure.
Stop sitting on your ass and go get your vaccine. It's available for everybody. Go get it.
All of us here have at least had one shot. Most of us have had 2 shots.
Yes.
And me, you, and Eddie are fully vaccinated.
Let's go get it. Let's get it done.
We're all good.
What are people waiting for?
No.
What are people waiting for? Do you know?
I don't want to speak for those people.
You got your haircut, didn't you?
I did get my haircut, yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right, well, yeah, because you see me
your side. You got to get your sides cut.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, I did. Cleaned it up. Spruced up the mullet. Had to do it. It's getting a little, I was like a week or 2 overdue. I was very busy with the house and put the haircut on a back burner. But I spruced it up, yeah.
You did?
Spruced it up.
Looks good. And then you got your nice flag and anthem plaid shirt on today.
Oh, yeah, I'm on
good.
brand today, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, let me ask you, what'd you do with the red chairs?
They're still in boxes. But I tried to give them away 4 or 5 times.
I had a thought about it.
Okay.
Put them together. Just put them together.
Oh, I'm completely out of the question.
No, hold on.
I don't assemble things.
Put them together, and then have Gina put them together, then, or have Louise put them together. Louise can put these things together.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, and then you just put them out in the front yard and say, "Please take these." That I'll be okay with. I mean, if you leave them in the box and you give them away like that, I mean, because you may put them together and say, you know what, this ain't a bad deal. I'm just telling you, because I know that you are out, on your porch. I got a little secret birdie in Sayville neighborhood that you live in. That Gio's out on the porch playing his music off his Sonos and drinking a Casamigos. And I'm like, yes, that's my boy, getting his job done.
What do you mean you've got a mole in Sayville?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. And I asked if the chairs were out, and they said they didn't see the chairs.
Well, who the hell's around there? Oh, I know who it is.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I don't know.
I'll give you one hint.
Okay.
They're a couple, man and woman. They have 2 pugs.
I've seen them walk around the pugs.
Okay. And just letting you know that you must have been blaring the Sonos. Were you blaring the Sonos on Friday?
Not on Friday.
Was it one?
On Saturday, I was blaring the Sonos.
Maybe it was Saturday then.
Saturday, I was blaring the Sonos with the Solo stove. And my neighbor came by, thought that the house was on fire. I'm serious.
No, he didn't. He just wanted to come over and have a drink with you.
Well, I offered him a drink. He said no.
Okay.
But all of a sudden, I hear, Greg? And I'm looking, and I see him. I go, hey, Joe. And he goes, oh, you got a fire pit. I thought the house was on fire. I said,
is that Joe and the Jugs?
No. That's Al LaBella is my old high school football coach. This is
Al and the Jugs.
This is Al and the Jugs. Yeah, no, this is just Joe, the next door neighbor. And I said, no, house is not on fire, Joe. But come and hang out. Want a beer?
But I told
you,
you were ramping it up or something. Something was going on over there, and it was making waves in Sayville. So I just want to let you know that.
This is unbelievable.
What's that?
Well, I mean, I can't even sit out on my porch and have a drink and play some music without it getting to you.
You're a star.
I mean, I don't even know if that's really what it's about. I mean,
I don't know. People are just interested in what you're doing.
I guess. Except my wife. That's the only one. It doesn't
she is too.
No. Yeah, I'd love to know. I didn't know you had close friends in the neighborhood.
A couple pugs walking around. Just let me know.
Well, now I know that they're narcs, though.
What?
So now I know that those 2 are narcs, so I can't do anything.
Narcian, yes, they are. Yes. But anyway, so.
You going to tell me off the air who these are?
No, I'm just.
You have to.
Look,
I need to know everything that's going on around me. This is important.
I think I had a drone flying over you on Saturday, too.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the red bell so you're notified when we have new content.